Welcome to today's roundup of top stories on Zeer News 24. Today is Sunday, 1st of Cheta Saratan in the Afghan solar calendar, corresponding to June 22nd, 2025, presenting the main national and international headlines. Foreign ministers of Pakistan, Syria, and the Islamic Emirate meet. Muttaqi held separate meetings with his Pakistani and Syrian counterparts in Istanbul. U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear sites. Iran threatens retaliation amid international condemnation. Israeli forces bomb refugee tents in Gaza's Nusayrat camp. Casualties include women and children. Islamic Emirate approves economic policy. Chaired by Deputy PM Mullah Abdul Ghani Bara, the Economic Commission approved the national economic policy. It focuses on attracting investment, boosting local production and exports, creating jobs, reducing poverty, and establishing a stable, just Islamic economy. Muttaqi meets foreign ministers in Istanbul. Afghan FM Amir Khan Muttaqi met with Pakistan's Deputy PM and FM Ishaq Dar to discuss bilateral trade, regional projects, and transit. Both sides emphasized advancing initiatives like Afghan transit. Separately, he also met Syria's FM Assad Hassan Shaybani, where both countries welcomed the path toward post-war peace and independence. Abdullah condemns U.S. role in Iran-Israel conflict. The former chairman of the High Peace Council condemned the U.S. airstrikes on Iran's nuclear facilities, calling them aggressive and contrary to international norms. He noted that such actions disrupt ongoing diplomacy between Iran and Europe, risking regional stability and unpredictable consequences. Clean Water Project launched in Ghazni. A 7.2 million AFN water supply system was inaugurated in Rozi Kala, Dayak district. The project includes a 120-meter deep well, a 50 cubic meter reservoir, 140 tap connections, and 12.6 kilometers of piping, serving 311 families with clean drinking water. Ministry reviews women's rights cases. The Ministry for the Promotion of Virtue reported handling 55 cases related to women's rights in June across several provinces. These included issues of inheritance, dowry, violence, forced marriages, and cases of girls being exchanged due to enmity. That concludes the domestic segment. Stay with us for international news. Iran responds with missile strikes on Israel. Iran launched extensive missile strikes targeting Israel in retaliation for recent U.S.-Israeli airstrikes against its key nuclear facilities in Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. Reports indicate Israel has elevated its military readiness across the country, evacuated civilians to safe zones, and closed airspace to all civilian and military flights. Iran claims its nuclear infrastructure was unharmed but warns of severe retribution. International observers warn this escalation poses a serious regional security threat. Refugee tent bombed in Nusayrat camp. In central Gaza, an Israeli strike hit a tent in the Nusayrat refugee camp, killing at least 4 individuals, including children, and injuring 22 others. The tent was sheltering displaced civilians who had lost their homes. The attack has sparked renewed international concern over civilian safety and compliance with the laws of armed conflict. Iran requests emergency UN Security Council session. Tehran has formally urged the UN Security Council to convene an emergency meeting in response to the U.S. airstrikes on its nuclear sites, calling these actions gross violations of international law and blatant crimes. Iran is demanding decisive action to ensure peace and stability. Trump acted without congressional authorization. U.S. Representative Don Beyer, a Democrat, accused President Trump of violating the U.S. Constitution by initiating military strikes on Iran without Congress's approval. The attacks have drawn criticism from nations including Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Pakistan, warning that the move endangers regional stability. Thai Prime Minister refutes government collapse rumors. Thailand's Prime Minister, Pita Limjaroenrat, insists her coalition still enjoys strong support amid calls for her resignation. Criticism surged after a leaked call in which she insulted a Thai military commander. Though opposition protests are scheduled for June 28th, she says her government remains united and will continue delivering on its agenda. She recently visited the Thai-Cambodia border to ease tensions. That's the latest on the global front. Stay with us for further updates. In Yakalong district of Bamyan, a 10-day football tournament among 6 teams concluded with the Central team claiming the championship. The final match was held between the Central team and the Akabane Parwaz team, where the Central team won with a 3-1 goal difference to secure the title. In Balkh province, A futsal tournament among 4 teams was held in the provincial center. The tournament concluded with the Yarane Zarif team winning the championship. In Kunduz province, the Archie Pirozi team won a football tournament in Dashti Archie district. The competition featured 6 teams and concluded after 3 days with Archie Pirozi defeating the Tajik Kashlak Pikan team with a 1-0 score in the final match. In Karwar district of Logar, a tape ball cricket tournament among 25 teams wrapped up with the Sheikhan village team claiming the title. The tournament began 24 days ago, and in the final match, Sheikhan village beat Mohammed Wali team by 24 runs to lift the trophy. That's all for today's news bulletin. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube at Zeer News 24. Until tomorrow's bulletin, stay safe and goodbye.